After living in 6 different Polish cities, it's finally time to settle down and start a new chapter. Why did we choose Warsaw? How did the move go? Spoiler, emotionally it was the hardest part. And where we'll be living for the next few months or even years, I'll show and tell. Enjoy the video. Chronologically, we lived in Warsaw first, then Gdańsk, Poznań, Kraków, Nowy Targ and Wrocław. Yes, we actually got to know Warsaw 2 years ago, but we were here in winter and stayed less than 2 months, so now we're rediscovering it properly this time. All of this stuff is going to Warsaw. As you can see, it's quite a lot. Everything we've gathered over the past 6 months, and that's not even counting the 2 suitcases we are bringing with us. At first, to be honest, I didn't like Wrocław at all. It felt uncomfortable and oddly laid out, but over time I learned to understand it, to connect with it, and eventually I really fell in love with this city. I realized that it's actually cozy and beautiful, the city center is great, and so are many other neighborhoods. I especially loved our own area. The only downside was always needing to go to the city center. That took up so much time and got really frustrating. So in that sense, I am glad we are moving. But Lishnica, that's true love. If you have a car or don't need to go to the center often, it's the perfect spot, especially if you work remotely. There is a park nearby and the housing estate itself is super cozy. Let me show you around now. A little express room tour. As you enter the apartment, you'll see this door, but we're going to the right. Here's the bedroom, very cozy, and the bed is super comfortable. One of the biggest pluses of this apartment is the huge windows. Then we have a little hallway, the bathroom with a shower and toilet. We did mess it up a bit, definitely need to do a proper cleaning before giving the keys back, but we did try to tidy it up the best we could. There is also a full-length mirror here, which is great. Not every place has one, and it's really helpful to check yourself before heading out. This is where we kept our clothes. There are also a lot of drawers for shoes and other things. And then the main room, the heart of the apartment, is super beautiful and bright. Like I always say, the amount of natural light is amazing. The kitchen is perfect, stylish and modern. You can also see some of the other buildings in this estate. They're all low-rise, 3 stories tall. Oh, and there is a coffee machine, which is awesome. We learned how to make coffee with it here. We had never used one before and now we're hooked. There is nothing particularly special here, just a dishwasher and a drawer that opens like this. The table, we actually bought our own chairs because the original ones were impossible to sit on. This was a really cozy little space. And of course the best part of this apartment, the balcony. Super cozy, with a bench and cushions and the view of the neighboring buildings and greenery. And now you're going to laugh, there is also a view of the cemetery. Yeah, when we moved in, it was all green and we couldn't see it. There is also a castle nearby, the Lishnica castle, the one we filmed. In winter the trees lost their leaves and we could see the cemetery, but honestly it didn't bother us. It was still cozy. Right now birds are singing, it's such a beautiful area with lots of dogs around too. And the stuff, that's not even all of it. We actually sent about 70 kilograms of our things to Warsaw by post using Nova Post. It cost around, well, I pulled the exact price on the screen because I don't remember. This suitcase is new, by the way. We actually found it near the trash here, but it's in great condition. We just needed a small one. So we are bringing 1 large suitcase, 1 small one, a light, a bag of food and 2 backpacks. By the way, here's a little life hack. If you don't want to drag tons of stuff with you, especially things you've accumulated over time like we have while living abroad, you can just ship it, either part of it or even all of it. We had a lot of bulky chairs, cots and other things. This way, moving is so much easier and lighter. And yes, at first I didn't want to leave. It was the first time I felt like that. I just didn't want to go to Warsaw at all. But slowly I started letting go, detaching from material things. I began to understand that I always take myself with me. You can create coziness anywhere, and honestly, any place can become home, wherever you are. So there is no reason to be sad. What's ahead is even better. You just have to let go of expectations. As always, we are running a bit late, so we are rushing again. Goodbye beloved Lishnica Park, goodbye castle, goodbye beautiful neighborhood. Meanwhile, we are on the train. The tickets cost 66 zlotys for both of us, so 33 each. That's super cheap. Andrew just got lucky and got a discount. It happens, though usually trips to Warsaw are expensive. Our seats this time are a bit different. Each train has its own setup. Like here, there is this little thing where you can probably place your phone, your food, footrest, a small trash bin. Andrew is showing how it opens. There are also little hooks for your clothes and also one for hanging jackets. Plus there is a plug for charging your laptop or phone. So why are we moving to Warsaw? Mainly because the air is cleaner, the infrastructure is more developed, and it'll be more convenient for Andrew's work. But the biggest reason, we want to apply for a residence permit. Yep, the topic of legalization has finally reached us, or rather it might. Right now we are staying in Poland under temporary protection for Ukrainians, Peseluker, but in the future we'd like to fully legalize our stay. And Mazovian voivodeship is known for having relatively fast processing times. We are in Warsaw. Honestly, it's hard to believe. Oh, and fun fact, we arrived right in the middle of a protest. Instantly feels like a capital city. Loud, crowded, and just intense. But wow, what a shoot! As soon as I stepped out of the train station and saw Warsaw again, I couldn't help but smile. My mood instantly lifted. There is this feeling of a fresh start. Even though it's technically our second time here, it feels brand new. It's just so white, so green. Last time we stayed for about a month and a half in winter. Now we're here for summer and it's a whole different vibe. The square is stunning. I honestly can't get enough. It's such an unusual neighborhood, but I immediately felt cozy here. Maybe it's the sun, or maybe because the place is well maintained, that's immediately noticeable. Also, it's kind of a shock how many buildings there are and how different they all look. Everything feels so spacious. Warsaw and Wrocław are very different in that sense. Warsaw just feels bigger in every way. More people, more cars, more everything. Unexpectedly, time for a room tour. Here is our door. Not filming too close, because YouTube might block it. Let's move on quickly. This is kind of like a closed storage room. Next up, bathroom, just head-ups. The lighting is awful, super yellow and dim. But anyway, then there is a little utility room. Instantly gave me flashbacks to Novatark. It had something similar, just cozier and cuter, still very convenient for laundry. Moving on, the bedroom. This one's probably the brightest room in the apartment. The white walls really help, I like it. There is a big wardrobe, a bed, a lamp, and that's about it. I'll show the view in a second. Next is the main room. The kitchen has this old school wooden vibe. By the way, it's called walking around barefoot, classic Polish apartment problem. Slippers are a must. There is a hidden fridge I won't open, an oven, a kettle, even a blender, a stove and a dishwasher. Speaking of, the dishwasher is massive. I'm not kidding, it's the biggest one I've ever seen. You could literally bathe in it. We've also got a bunch of instruction manuals for the dishwasher, among other things. Pretty cool. The table here is fine, the chairs aren't great, just basic and hard, but with cushions. Here's the living area. The couch is really dirty, honestly, lots of stains, so we'll probably cover it with something. There is a rug, coffee table, a flower that, as I understand it, needs to be watered at least once a year, another plant that hasn't been watered even once a year, some books and polish. They do add some atmosphere though. And now the balcony. Yes, we've got one. There are also a few posters here and there. It's kind of cool, though the whole vibe of the place still feels unfamiliar. It lacks the warmth and cozy energy of our previous two apartments. But the view, wow! You can see almost all of Warsaw from here, our whole neighborhood, vast open areas, and even the city center in the distance. You can spot the skyscrapers and the Palace of Culture and Science. Surprisingly, it's not that loud, sound insulation is decent, and cars pass far enough away that it doesn't feel noisy at all. As for price, this apartment is about $1,100 per month. We booked it through Airbnb as usual. Oh, and we actually signed a long-term lease with the owner, a really convenient and flexible one. We are aiming to stay in Warsaw for a year. By the way, I might have sounded overly negative in the tour, probably just tired. I take it back. I've grown to love this place and we've already transformed the atmosphere to suit us. A few words about the neighborhood, because that's important. We are living in the southern part of Warsaw and the location is actually great. There is a metro station about a 15-minute walk away through the park, and from there it's around 30 minutes to the city center. Super convenient. There is a Biedronka 200 meters from us, sadly not Lidl, tons of pharmacies, Hebe, medical centers and other services nearby. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How would you rate the apartment from 1 to 10? No detailed grocery haul this time, but I'll quickly show you what we got and the prices. This is the pile of food we bought, yes, from Biedronka. We also picked up a few household things. Here's our giant receipt. The total was 381 zlotys. Honestly, not too bad for this amount. We bought a bunch of stuff that'll last a while, laundry pots, dishwasher tablets and so on. This should be enough for about 3 days, give or take, plus some pantry staples. Meanwhile, Andrew went to IKEA, it's about an hour away, to buy another desk. We've only got one here and we both work from home. Thanks for being part of this move with us. If you like this video and enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to like, leave a comment, ask your questions. I read everything and always try to reply. We'll see you in the next episodes about Warsaw and more. Stay tuned, it's going to be interesting. And bye for now!